It's your girl Leah, back again with another video. In today's video, as you can see from the title, is a video about Poshmark and how I've been able to make some coins from Poshmark. And today's video is also sponsored by Poshmark. Now, you guys, if you're familiar with my channel, are no stranger to Poshmark. I've made two videos on this channel about my experiences with Poshmark, one as a buyer and one as a seller on Poshmark. Now, my first video that I made about them was over a year ago, back when I had below 400 subscribers, and I made a video about me selling on Poshmark and how my experience had gone within. I think I'd only been selling for a week on Poshmark, and I made that video. Had less than 400 subscribers at the time, but that video has over 10,000 views. So that shows me some of you guys have some interest in the Poshmark brand. And you guys are probably wondering, I've said Poshmark about 10 times in the last 5 seconds, and you guys are wondering, what is Poshmark? Now, Poshmark is like an online garage sale or online Buffalo Exchange, Plato's Closet, Uptown Cheapskate, whatever you may have in your city, where you sell your clothes. Whereas one of the consignment shops takes your clothes, buys it from you, puts a value on your stuff for you, Poshmark, you get to set your own prices. Now, it's an app or it's online. I will leave the link down below to download the app, and also the link to my closet so you guys can check out what I've sold and what I have in my closet. But the gist of it is that you take a picture of an item that you are no longer wearing anymore and that you would love to sell on Poshmark. You post it, set your price for said item, and then let the offers and let the buyers roll in. If you check out my closet, there are things in that closet that I didn't even expect anybody to buy. Like, there are things in there that I was just putting in there just because I'm trying to get rid of it, and we'll see if it don't sell. I'm gonna take it to Goodwill. People actually bought, and I was like, okay, there's a buyer out there for pretty much anything you can think of in your closet. So, for example, when I say you take an item, this is an item that my sister gave me. So she ordered from Fashion Nova a crop top, which on her, because she's 5'9", it's a little bit too crop. On me, I'm 5'3", she thought I would fit it, and I was just like, this is a little bit too Fashion Nova babe for me. Like, I don't think I'm gonna get that much wear out of this outfit, so let me see if I can sell it on Poshmark. So take a picture of this. And what I like to do for the first photo, so the first photo that you guys can see when you post on Poshmark, I like to take a stock photo. So I'll probably take the picture from Fashion Nova, post that on there, then I will take pictures of the actual item that you have in here, and this is with tags, so there's still tags attached to this item, and you would put kind of your own pricing on it. So for this, maybe it costs $20. Maybe I don't want to, I want to give people a little bit of deal, a reason to come to me over Fashion Nova, and maybe I would price it at maybe like $18. Now, the thing about Poshmark, you're probably thinking, okay, that's wonderful, you make all the money, what does Poshmark get out of this? Now, Poshmark does, for everything that is under $15, they do take $2.95 out from the purchase. So say you have something for $15, you'll end up making what, $12, around $12 on it. Something that is $10, you'll make probably about $7 on it. So you just kind of have to make your price based on that. So knowing that Poshmark takes a percentage of it out, then you just raise your price a little bit more. That's what I do. Now, for items that are over $15, they take 20% off of it. So for an item that's $20, they'll take $4, you'll be left with $16. For an item that's $100, they'll take $20, and you'll be left with $80. And again, I say factor that into your pricing of the item. So if you need to jack it up a little bit just to kind of have your buffer for the money that Poshmark will take off, please do it. Now, I don't have a problem with Poshmark taking any coin out, because you get to host your item on their site, and also you ain't got to pay for shipping. The customer pays for shipping, and Poshmark handles that on their end. So as soon as you make a sale, so somebody sees this item online, they decide to go ahead and purchase it, what you have to do is then ship it at that time, and Poshmark will send you a nice lovely shipping label that you can affix to a priority shipping box. Now, one of the biggest regrets that I have from my first Poshmark video that I made a long time ago is that I held up a box in there for the mailer, and I used the wrong box in that video. I held up a express mail, and you should use priority when you are shipping through Poshmark. Again, priority mail, not express mail. It will not ship if you use express mail. The boxes are free, the shipping label is free. I ran into the store when I was in the height of me selling deep on Poshmark, and I would just grab like 10, 12 boxes, even smaller boxes, the big boxes. I would just grab all the priority mail boxes and have them at home, so whenever somebody made a purchase, I would print my mailing label off at work. Sorry, old employer. But at my old job, I would print my label off, then I would affix it to the box, and then I would go ahead and ship it. Now, I know the big question is, how much money have I made on Poshmark? Now, if you guys can see my analytics right now, you guys know I share everything with you guys, so I don't hide anything. So I have sold 35 items, as you have seen, on Poshmark, which I don't know if that's a lot or a little bit. I know people who make millions and sell millions on Poshmark. Some people like buy and flip things, so they thrift things and then they flip it to make a profit on there. I was just getting rid of stuff I already own, so I got rid of 35 things. I made $481, so close to $500 on Poshmark off of 35 items. Which, if you guys know my closet, I'm not wearing Gucci, I ain't wearing Versace, I'm wearing like Boohoo and Fashion Nova type things. So my items weren't the highest price things. Some of the things were pretty inexpensive. So for me to make close to $500, and that is how much I've netted, so that's not even including the amount that Poshmark has gotten off of it. So even probably Poshmark has probably made about 120 off. But again, I work into my price point the fact that Poshmark is taking some out, so I will up my prices a little bit. And the thing about Poshmark is that people can make you offers on things. So say you're selling something for $25, that's kind of your highest point, but you'll take 22. Somebody offers you $22 for it, then you'll go ahead and say, okay, I'll accept your offer. As you can see, I have a lot of customer reviews on there, so a lot of people have actually reviewed the fact that I'm an awesome seller on there. If you guys can see, my average day to ship was 1.2 days, which is impressive. I would say for myself, some people take forever to ship. No, I'm like a customer service person. I hate it when people ship me stuff and it takes forever, so I want to ship things out as fast as I can. As soon as I get the mailing label, I'm shipping it and it's out the door in a day. And the shipping is a priority 2 days, so it gets to that person within 2 days. But that's my experience as a seller on Poshmark. Have had a wonderful experience as a seller on Poshmark. But if you guys saw my what's in my purse video, I've been a buyer on Poshmark as well. If you guys saw my what's in my purse video, you guys saw I have bought this Kate Spade purse from Poshmark. I'm inserting kind of right now a receipt for me buying it. If you guys notice, it's on there 2 times. It's not a mistake. I bought this purse for $140 on Poshmark. My grandmother saw it on me and she loved it, so she wanted me to buy it. I think I bought it for her for Christmas. I think I bought it for her December of 2017 for her for Christmas because she loved it. If you notice, mine is $140. For her it was $150 because mine was new and hers was new with tags. And that's another thing about Poshmark, is you have to make sure that you put the right kind of status on your item. Some items are new, some items are new with tags, like you've never worn it. So for example, that Fashion Nova top, that's new with tags, never been worn. But if you've taken the tags off but it's still new, then you can designate it as new. And then if it's used, just put used on there. So the thing about it, you want to be truthful as a seller, because you want to, as a buyer, if you're buying something, buy something that somebody has accurately depicted. And I loved my experience as a buyer on Poshmark. Now again, I'm a researcher, so I do a lot of research. So I researched the buyer I was getting it from because I wanted somebody who had rave reviews. This person has over like 300 reviews on everything she sold online. Now I know there's people who have videos out there how I made $10,000 on Poshmark. I ain't got $10,000 worth of stuff. I have about $500 worth of stuff I was able to sell. And Poshmark really came through at a time when I wasn't making anything from YouTube, was making no money, had less than 500 subscribers, was barely getting any views, but I was putting a lot of money into my YouTube in terms of my camera, in terms of buying hair, in terms of buying clothes, in terms of buying makeup, everything I was putting into my channel but making nothing back. And the one way I was able to kind of supplement my YouTube was by selling stuff on Poshmark. That's why I feel so amazing to have partnered with them on this video, because Poshmark does not know how much they've come through for your girl in a time of very much so need when I was first starting out on YouTube. That has been my experience with Poshmark. Leave any questions you have for me down below about Poshmark as my experience as a seller. If you have any questions about being a buyer on there, I've gotten a lot of questions in my last video about, is it good for somebody who's like going to college and they're trying to make some extra income? Yes, please sell your stuff. We are hoarders by nature a lot of times, and we be giving stuff away to Goodwill, but you will be surprised what you can actually sell on Poshmark. Make sure your pictures are concise on there. Don't take crappy pictures. Take the best pictures that you can to be able to sell. A lot of people say they have issues with selling, and sometimes I'm like, okay, let me go look at your closet, and then I'm looking, I'm like, because your pictures aren't really appealing. Make sure you take appealing pictures. But those are just a few tips I have. I can give you more if you ask them down below. Make sure that you guys download that Poshmark app. Make sure you guys check out my my closet if you want to buy something, or if you just want to be nosy and see what kind of things I've sold. Links will be down below in the description bar. Make sure you give this video a big thumbs up. If it was helpful, make sure you give it a big thumbs up. Even if it wasn't helpful, we want all the love and support here on this channel. Make sure you're subscribed to my channel so you don't miss any of my content. Make sure you're following me on Instagram at Lia Lavon 89, and I will see you in my next video. Thank you so much for watching. Bye.